The new era of Trump's legislation and its effects on Texas, from healthcare to border security. Stay updated on the latest Texas news by subscribing to The Brief, a daily newsletter from the Texas Tribune. After lengthy negotiations, arm-twisting, and political maneuvering, a significant tax and spending package proposed by the Republicans is now awaiting the president's signature to become law. This expansive omnibus bill encompasses various aspects of Trump's domestic agenda for his second term, addressing healthcare, immigration, and tax reforms that will affect nearly every Texan. Let's dive into how each of these key changes will impact the Lone Star State. Healthcare upheaval, what Texans need to know. One of the most profound shifts involves Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act, ACA. Starting in 2027, Texas could face the loss of health coverage for over 300,000 residents due to these Medicaid adjustments. Medicaid, a joint federal-state initiative providing health insurance for low-income and disabled individuals, supports more than 4 million Texans. With an anticipated 10% decrease in federal Medicaid funding over the next decade, Texas stands to lose about $39 billion during this period. These cuts are particularly concerning in regions like the Rio Grande Valley and rural areas, where the dependence on Medicaid is substantial. Texas already holds the nation's highest rate of uninsured residents. But here's where it gets controversial. The bill introduces work requirements for Medicaid recipients aged 19 to 64, excluding those with disabilities or young children. The requirement to be employed or in education for 80 hours monthly could lead to significant enrollment drops, notably among those struggling to prove compliance. Texas Democrats argue that these Medicaid reductions threaten an already fragile healthcare system, potentially jeopardizing care in major cities and rural hospitals. SNAP benefits and the fight against hunger. The proposed bill also slashes the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, formerly known as food stamps. How Texas manages errors in benefit distribution determines the extent of the cuts. With Texas's error rate standing at 8.3% in 2024, the state would have been liable for 10% of the cost of SNAP benefits, a potential $716 million annual burden. Border security, funding for the Lone Star State. For those concerned about immigration and border control, Texas lawmakers secured provisions for federal reimbursement for Texas's border security expenditures. Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star will benefit from an additional $13.5 billion, with Texas claiming the largest share. The bill also allocates nearly $30 billion to revamping U.S. immigration and customs enforcement capabilities. Clean energy, the evolution and challenges ahead. The new legislation also impacts clean energy projects by phasing out tax credits, favoring those operational by the end of 2027. These have drawn criticism from proponents, concern that it might slow job growth and economic progress in Texas's renewable energy sector, especially crucial as local energy demands increase. Tax cuts, who really benefits? A central element of the bill is the continuation of the 2017 tax cuts, permanently extending them. While this would prevent tax hikes for a typical Texas family, the benefits are primarily tilted toward higher income earners. Critics argue this disproportionately favors the wealthy, raising questions about fairness and social equity. Increasing opportunities for education. Finally, the bill preserves the Pell Grant program for low-income college students, ensuring college access won't be hampered for those who need it most. It also introduces K-12 scholarship incentives, though the debate on school choice versus public education funding continues to stir discussions. Your thoughts? What do you think about these changes? Are the proposed work requirements and healthcare cuts fair? How do you feel about the tax benefits? Share your opinions in the comments below and join the conversation.